Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First down here for the offense. The give on the inside. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, the ground game. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try it on the ground. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll throw it on first down. He's going for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Kentucky 7, SMU 0.
He'll bring it out. It's McCoy. Oh, the ball's out on the return. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They'll try the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's McCoy.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Here's the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got him, and nobody's close. Smacks him with the stiff arm, and now he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, SMU, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And now on second down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kentucky 14, SMU 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Kentucky offense will take over first and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Offense set on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Handoff to the single running back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's McCoy. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, SMU.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. This is a design run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Coming up.
The Mustangs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
It's now 2nd and goal.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Easy. Slide 22. Slide
Fast
22.
motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown Mustangs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Kentucky offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Now on second down after the incompletion. On the move. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Firing to the right, complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. They move the tight end all over. Going with the ground game left.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
They go to the ground. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, it was a good run, right? You had the first down. You knew you had the first down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Yeah, he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get 4.1 going.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running to the left. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's McCoy. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
14, SMU 7.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Handoff to the lone back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's McCoy. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Gain of 1. Third down coming up.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got rid of it just in time. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away.
To kick it away.
He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line.
Kentucky offense will take over. First and
10. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Spins away from the defense. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Showing off the arms. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an
and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Looking for room. It's McCoy. Across the 25, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it.
Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, SMU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Northwestern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll try the left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. And you just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket. They're a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 21, SMU 14.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The give to the left side. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Movement here from the tight end. He leaves it with the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Big fullback's got it.
The ball carried by the fullback. Picks up 1. Brings up second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback checking off. They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pulls and fired complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The give to the back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Back to the ground game on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down. They're in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll take a shot. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Now the play fake. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that pass picked off.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They'll give it to the back. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of